Hello everyone. Today I am going to continue my effort to minimize my lawn. So I have a little area in the front where I have a sea of non-native invasive Japanese Pachysandra, which, look, if somebody wants to start a GoFundMe to help me get rid of this, I'd love it. But anyway, there's an area right next to it where I am going to remove some of the leaves that I had there to kind of like visualize the area. I'm going to scalp the lawn with the weed whacker. I'm going to put some cardboard over top of it, a bunch of leaves over top of it too. There are 3 9-barks that I want to put in there, but I have been having problems getting Miss Utility out here to dig, probably a user error. But anyway, so I'm not going to put those in the ground. I'm just going to place them. So for a week or so now, I have been putting the leaves in this area just so I can cover it up to get a good idea of how the bed, the larger bed, will look in the end. So first up, I am just going to go ahead and rake up the leaves, get those leaves out of there so that I can weed whack. I'm weed whacking here because I want to get that grass as short as possible and really weaken those grass plants so that they don't try to come back to life after everything decomposes that I am planning to put on top of it. And then I'm just putting in a quick little edge line there just so that I can visualize the area, nothing more. Here I am just removing the tape from the cardboard because I do not want that tape going into the earth. So that's just something I do with all the cardboard that I use for sheet mulching. Yeah, so I went ahead and started that cardboard, and then I think I just subconsciously avoided this Japanese Pachysandra. So just had to face the music and realize that I need to get in there and I need to get a barrier between that Japanese Pachysandra and the new part of the garden bed. Japanese Pachysandra is a really invasive plant here in Northern Virginia where I live. It was so popular, I believe, probably in the 80s and the 90s as a ground cover. So now what I'm doing here is I'm just digging this trench so I can slide in this really thick plastic that I have to make a barrier between the new part of the garden bed and the Japanese Pachysandra. I don't want to have to pull any Japanese Pachysandra out of the new part of the bed. Additionally, there is another line of this plastic up above where I'm working, and it has done a good job of keeping the Japanese Pachysandra at bay. Eventually, what I'll be able to do is have a professional company come in that's used to dealing with invasives, remove that Japanese Pachysandra, and at that time, I will remove that plastic sheeting. I just want to prevent it from any spread for the time being. So putting in the plastic sheeting, putting back the cardboard, I got my husband to come out and just cut some holes around some of those plants so that when Miss Utility comes to mark, I won't have to cut through the cardboard then. But in between all the layers of sheet mulching, you definitely want to water the ground. So that's what I am doing here. Additionally, I want to go ahead and backfill on the other side of that plastic sheeting. So I use some of the old soil, and then now I'm coming in with mulch, and it's probably about 6 inches of mulch that I put over top of that cardboard. And yeah, just getting that on the cardboard, watering intermittently, like in between loads, just to make sure and keep that whole area moist and to speed up the decomposing process over the winter so that area is ready for more natives next spring. Something else you may notice that I'm doing is I keep going in there and kind of tamping the ground down with my feet. I'm just trying to push all that mulch down so that I can keep applying more layers of organic material on top. Hey guys, I wanted to go out and show you what I had accomplished from yesterday and then just finish it up and show you. And I've been waiting all day because the leaf blowers have been going for 8 hours straight. And now that they're just about done, it looks like it's raining. So I really want to get this video out to you guys today, so I'm going to just do this in the rain, so bear with me. Yesterday I was able to get this all done. I'm not going to do the edging until the spring just because I don't feel like it, but I did want to come in here and show you what was going on with this. So here is the Japanese Pachysandra. This is a invasive plant here in Virginia, probably all over the United States. And anyway, what I did is I had put in this plastic sheet barrier and then backfilled with some of the dirt. The Japanese Pachysandra roots do not go that deep. Let's see if I can show you. And so this should be plenty deep enough. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and throw some of these leaves onto the pile, and then I am not going to dig the holes until Miss Utility comes and marks. So those guys will just be snuggled in there. I think I finally got a ticket opened with them, so they should be here hopefully within the next week. Okay, so here I go again with adding organic matter to the top of this bed. This time it's the leaves that I had originally pulled out when I started this project. So yeah, the pile is getting pretty high, but I am definitely going to be watering it and tamping it down with my feet, as you will see. I did want to come back in here and add some more mulch to that strip between the Pachysandra and the new bed, and that's only because the dirt that I had put in there didn't take care, or didn't go down the whole way into that trench. Something I want to point out here with the leaves, you'll notice the leaves are whole. This year, last year, I've been changing my viewpoint a little bit about fall leaves. So in the past, I may have taken some of my leaves and ground them up, or that would be to speed up the decomposition process in making leaf mold. However, there are a lot of insects and butterflies and moths that overwinter in those leaves. And so what I'm trying to do going forward is just to use the leaves as mulch, as they are, as God intended, and see what happens. And I'm really hoping that by doing this, I see an increase in the number of butterflies and moths in my yard, although I think probably the percentage of leaves that I was grinding up in the past was pretty small compared to the actual load of leaves we get here where I live. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out and something for you to consider as well. At this point, I am just cleaning up my mess now, getting all the fall leaves up into that bed, and I am pretty much done. I'm going to pull out some seed here in a second and put some seed down. I'm going to cover that with some leaf grow compost, which I will apply tomorrow. So I'm going to call it a day. I'll keep you updated on the status of this bed. Just want to say thank you so much for joining me here today. I really appreciate you taking your time, and I will see you again next time.